Hello, hello, hello. I hope everybody's doing well today. I am on my roof. And that much more to go. Not quite halfway. I just thought I'd show people what I'm up to. Being a little careful with the camera, you have to forgive me. I'm A, trying a new app to see how it works, and B, I don't have a case on it yet, and I'm just almost so afraid of dropping the thing after I just got it. I know it's only a used one still. Anyhow, people have been asking me, they always go, hey, you putting up panels today? I go, no. And I think people wonder, why don't you just throw up panels in a hurry and get them done? Because there's a bunch of prep work that goes, that's why. I just wanted to give a quick shout showing what I'm actually doing here. First off, yesterday I was up here all day, and I don't know if you can see, but there is a piece of, maybe there you can see it, Lexan under every one of these. I had to take the screws out and put Lexan. Now the wonder why. These are actually crowned upward, every one. That's what keeps their shape. And when you put the top on, the cap, you have to put a piece of Z at the top, and the Z is flat. So when you put the screws down to pull it down, it gets rid of that. I don't have any others. Clips. The clips, you can kind of see, actually hold it off. Yeah, it's true. They hold it off the purlins and off the roof. It actually slides on those. So those are actually held off of the roof. So they're actually, when you pull them down the roof, they're going to actually deform downward, which is a moment for me. I tried to talk to the guys on the web. Most guys just throw it down. They go, well, who cares? Well, okay. A couple of them said, yeah, you could put a spacer, but it's a lot of extra work. Well, it was. I had to buy Lexan. I couldn't think of anything else the right height and put it in there, but I did. And I cut it, put a piece under every one, and it seems to be holding the shape now. Now, when you put the Z on, that's the Z there, it does not pull. It only goes right down to the spacer, goes level instead of pulling it, deforming it downward. All right, anyhow, why the Z? That's the cap, obviously. I've gotten that far. I'm only doing one section at a time. There's two sections of the cap now. I only go 10 feet at a time because you got to crawl out there beside, on the actual roof, beside that cap to rivet it in place. Man, no, I hate it. I put my safety harness on, and I don't have it on right now when I'm over here on the purlin. But when I'm out there, let me tell you, I have it on, and I'm just crawling along. And I actually put 2 sheets of it's plywood, but then I covered it with a shelf liner, the real sticky one, rubbery mesh, and that kind of holds me so I don't slide down the roof. It's not good, but that's the only way I can figure out doing it. This is a little bit different Z than some people use. This particular Z is called Snap Z, and you've got to get air from your roof down. That's why the gap in the middle. That's why it doesn't come to a peak. And this is actually got all perforations in it, and hopefully the rain doesn't go in. Then they've got this piece of foam here to stop the snow and everything from going through, and that gets screwed down. And then the edge of it, you can see, has an edge. That's why I call it a Z. There's a matching hem on that cap, and it actually snaps, or in my case slides over it. I couldn't snap it, or I had to slide it down, and then you crimp it onto that, and then you put a rivet in each one. That's what holds the cap down. You can kind of get the idea if you look at it. This is supposed to be a zoom in. Let's see. You have to change the cameras. We're zooming more. There it is. You can see how it vents out through there. All right. So anyhow, that's how that works. Now you also have to locate then these. They just can't go anywhere, and that's got to be pretty accurate. It's got to be within about 1/8 of an inch on each side, or you'll be out. So I don't have it with me up here, but I have a special jig I made. Luckily, most guys just pull a string from one end of the roof to the other. That's really darn hard, especially on 60 feet, and to keep it from moving, and I don't even know how to hold the string there. But anyhow, what I did though, these pieces are perfect because I did them exactly that way. I actually put spacers. Okay, let me go back a step. You can see the top of that truss. It's not in the center. It should be. It's not. The trusses, some are one side, some are the other, some are center. They don't make the trusses perfect. If they made the trusses perfect, I wouldn't have this problem, but they didn't. So, okay. What happens is, I ran a string when I was building this one into the other. Two of them, actually. I put a 3-inch spacer, and I put the spacer exactly on the strings, and then I put that top piece down. So I know those top pieces are straight. So I made a, what do you call it, little gauge. I don't have it with me, but it sits against the side. It's got a level on it. And I put it up, and that gives me that mark. It gives me that mark, and that mark. Those are where you can see how they line up with the Z. And that's where I'm lining my Z up. So I put my Z down. I don't want to move with my camera in hand, but I'll show you on this side. I put my Z down, I line it up, then I snap, then I put the holes. Actually, I center punch the holes first, and then I take a small drill through them, and then I take a bigger drill through them, and then I put the screws through. And these already come pre-taped. That is a piece of double-sided, like a sticky butyl tape that's already on these. You put the screws through, that seals the bottom, and then you gotta seal each corner so the wind and the rain doesn't blow up through. That's why it takes a while. And I've got to do 8 of them. I don't want to go past 8, because if I go past it, you have to line up that cap on more of them than you need to. This way I only have to line up the cap on the first 8, and then I slide the cap down. Again, the cap, they always show it just snaps on. It just pull one side. I tried. You have to deform the cap on these sides so badly. It's just much easier to slide down. So anyhow, that's what I'm up to. And I got to get 8 pieces of this up. It'll probably take a whole day. Then maybe by tomorrow I can start pulling panels up again. And like I told you guys, I'm actually losing my lift, unfortunately. And the guy was so nice. So I mean, I will never fault him. He bought a place. I'm happy for him. And the guy was as nice as could be. If he hadn't stopped by and offered it to me, I would have been in trouble. I would have been paying for months and months and months for the price. So at least I got a good buy on it for the last, whatever it's been, 4 months, whatever. So it's been great. But I appreciate it from him. But man, now I gotta get this done. And winter's coming, and I won't have the lift, so I'll have to rent one full price, which will kill me. So I'm just like, ah. And again, it's just the winter. You can't. It's hard doing snow and everything. I gotta get this done as quick as I can. But these little things like this take time, and there's nothing you can do about them. That's just how it has to be done. So, oh well, what are you gonna do? Let's see. I should be able to change cameras with this app. Yes, it worked. Woo! There I are. There I are. All right. And my roof's behind me. All right, guys. I just thought I'd show you all what I'm up to today. I hope everybody's doing well. Tomorrow, the election day. Don't forget to go out and vote, everybody. All right? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Wow, you can see my fingers when I go to change the cameras. There we go. And front. Oops. There we go.